everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Taylor, co-owner of VeganProteins online coaching, and today I'm going to be talking about what the heck I am doing with my own goals right now. So many of you know, some of you don't, but I am a vegan figure competitor, and figure is a category of bodybuilding. It's not bikini, it's not actual bodybuilding, it's something kind of in the middle. But that's what I have been doing since 2013, is competing in natural figure competitions as a vegan, and I'm also a full-time coach to other vegan athletes. But the last time that I competed was 2018. I competed a lot in 2018. Now, I don't recommend competing every year because really, when it comes to bodybuilding, the actual changes that you're gonna make in your physique don't happen while you're competing. They happen in your off season, or your building season, or your improvement season. There's a lot of different names for a period of not dieting. I wasn't sure when I was gonna compete again, and I'm still not. This is not like a clickbait, like I'm gonna be competing. That's not in the cards for me right now. But you know, what does that mean? What the heck have I been doing? What am I doing? What am I going to be doing? So again, the real change in your physique happens when you're not dieting. Well, the good news is I have not been dieting since the very end of 2018 when I wrapped up that competition season. But since then, so many massive things have happened in my life and everybody's life, right? I had surgery to remove my loose skin in early 2019. Then I had a big family situation to deal with for a lot of months that went straight into the pandemic. Then things got a little bit better for a while, but I had to focus on the business to make sure that was gonna survive the pandemic because so many businesses did not. And now back here dealing with a family situation again. And Giacomo's getting ready to compete, and him and I kind of have like this unspoken, well, I guess it's kind of a spoken deal. We have this deal where we don't compete at the same time because getting as lean as you need to get for this stage is so brutal and so taxing that you're kind of dumb and like not very sharp by the end of it, and one of us needs to like be on our A game at all times. Right now, that's me. But it's brought up a lot of questions about like, okay, well, what is my actual plan? What have I been doing? A lot of people are very curious about cutting phases and building phases. I cut in 2018 for, I guess like 9 months roughly, and then maintained that for a couple of months for my competition season. What a lot of people think, like you get super shredded and try to stay there. I cannot stay there. My body does not tolerate being 12% body fat very well, and it is incredibly painful for me. My hormones get jacked up. My mood is not good at all. I can't enjoy anything. It's not worth it to me, and I don't think it would be very healthy for me to stay there either. And hormonally, if my goal is to build muscle after that, it's not optimal for that. I'm sure like my anabolic hormones are like in the toilet at the end of prep. So I very deliberately put on like 10 to 15 pounds almost immediately after I compete, knowing full well that it's almost entirely body fat and that that's important because that's what I'm lacking at that moment. We actually do require a certain amount of body fat to just like be healthy, and competition lean ain't it. So I do that right away, and my stage weight, I'm gonna be talking numbers here, so if that bothers anybody, skip it. But my stage weight is generally between 120 and 125 pounds, and my off-season weight, like my full walking around, totally recovered off-season weight, is between 140 and 145 pounds, you know, give or take on both ends. So that's about a 20-pound difference between being stage lean and my full off season. Like, this is where I am the happiest, my body is the happiest, my blood work is awesome, I'm getting stronger in the gym every time I go. And this is where I've spent the majority of the last 3 years, is in that phase. My training hasn't always been as perfect as I would like it to be because of family situations, the surgery, the pandemic, not having a gym, all of that did definitely make it more challenging. But for the last, I would say 6 months at least, my training has been really, really consistent. I'm in a really good routine at the gym. I'm as strong as I've ever been, hoping to get stronger than I've ever been really soon. I'm really happy with my shape, my strength, my body's ability to heal. My recovery has been really good, and I'm still able to participate in all of the fun stuff that I want to participate in the world, like doing all of the fun fall festivals that are coming up right now. I'm able to do all of that, partaking in holidays, easy peasy for me at the moment. But what am I gonna do going forward? So I'm not really interested in doing like a full strip down to your skivvies and do a body check to show you guys what's going on. Not right now. It just doesn't sound appealing to me. I know a lot of other people love that stuff on people's channels, but I'm not here for it right now. And my brother edits these videos, so you're welcome, Billy. But right now, my plan is going to be to continue to build and get stronger through the end of this year. So that's another 3 months of eating at a caloric surplus, training really hard, very consistently, to the end of the year. And then I think at the beginning of the year, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do a cut somewhere between a mini cut and a full length cut. So a little bit longer than a mini cut. I'm gonna try to see if I can shed about 10 pounds of body fat. So not getting stage lean at all, but also, getting a little bit leaner than I am right now, because I don't know when I'm gonna compete again. It's not gonna be in 2022, obviously. I don't think it's going to be in 2023 either. So I'd like to just kind of clean things up a little bit in the beginning of the year and then keep building and see what happens and see how that feels. So in addition to not actively cutting since the end of 2018, I have only counted calories or macros like a handful of times in between there also, generally just like audit where I'm at. And I would say on average, I'm eating about 2,200 calories right now at the moment, maintaining where I am without much thought. I'm sure some days it's a little bit under, and then some days it's probably quite a bit over, but somewhere in that general ballpark. I'm always mindful of protein, I'm always mindful of vegetables, always mindful of hydration. My sleep is awesome. So even though I don't talk a whole lot about exactly what's going on with me, because I don't want anybody to try to copy me, because everybody's journey is very, very different. I know a lot of people have asked and are curious about what's going on and what I'm doing. So that's it. The goal is continue to get strong as heck between now and the end of the year. I am gonna focus on continuing to really build up my delts, because I did have that frozen shoulder in 2018 and it has not fully bounced back from that in terms of its size. So I'm gonna keep trying to build my delts up, and I'm gonna keep trying to build my lower half, because I'm tall, I'm 5'7", and my legs have a really hard time putting on muscle. So I'm gonna keep trying to get stronger and stronger there, all while staying very injury-free. And then come January, I'm gonna actively pursue a caloric deficit to try to lose 10 pounds in maybe 12 weeks or so. We'll kind of see where that falls. But the training will stay the same, even when I'm cutting. I don't change my strength training when I'm cutting. I'll just probably add a little bit more activity to that as well. And then we'll see how I feel. And maybe I'll decide, hey, this feels awesome. I do want to compete this year, which would be 2023, or next year. Or, there's a part of me that says maybe I'm done with actually competing in bodybuilding. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that either way, because I do love this sport. I love coaching this sport. I just have a lot of balls in the air in my life at the moment. And I don't know if that is the wisest choice for me right now. But hey, things change all the time. So thanks for listening. I hope this answers some of your questions that you've had for me about what I am up to. If you guys want to see more of what I'm doing, what I'm eating, how I'm training now and when I start cutting, let me know. Sometimes that feels a little bit like it feels a little bit showy, but if it's helpful to you guys, then I'm happy to share it. So like the video if you like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, all the things I'm supposed to tell you to do at the end of a video, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.